Hello, this is Matthew, MPG Pianos, and this is a little Spencer piano. Now, Spencer pianos were made in Britain for, well, over 100 years and became quite renowned as a British piano. But this one isn't an original Spencer. This is much more modern. This piano is actually called a Wakefield Spencer. And what that really means is that the name would have been bought, so they bought the Spencer name, but the workshop or factory would have had these pianos probably made in China or somewhere like that. That's the inside part, the structure. The felts and the parts may well have come from Britain. So it was produced in Britain, but it's not the original Spencer. I really like this piano. It surprised me. It's a piano, as usual with me, that I had tuned for many years for a customer, and I looked after it for them. And then the son that played moved away, went to university, and then ended up in London, and the piano needed a new home. So it came here, and I've recently restored it, and I am surprised because I really like the touch and the tone now. I really didn't think it would be as nice as it is. So as you can see inside these modern pianos, this is built like a tank. Chinese type pianos often are. It's very structurally sound, and you can see that, as I always say in these videos because it's true, I've properly overhauled it so that the hammers have been reshaped nicely and toned, and it's regulated, so all these 5,000 parts in the piano are all adjusted so they work in sync, and it's now got a lovely touch. I mean, I'm not just saying that, this one really has got a lovely touch. It's quite light, but it almost makes you want to play more and more as you go along. There, can you see that badge? So it's got the Union Jack, but it says British Piano Makers, Wakefield Spencer. But I would kind of bet 90% that a lot of this piano isn't actually British. It's probably made in China. I shall now put the casework back on, because the casework is why this piano is a very reasonable price. It's an attractive casework, but it has a few little blemishes which I'll show you in a minute, and that's why it's probably, you know, £200 or £300 less than it would be otherwise. I've had a good go at the casework and it's not bad, but it has what I would call this sort of smudginess to it in places that I just can't get rid of. I think maybe things have been spilt on it at some time, but it's still very attractive, but it's got some marks. Can you see that? On the corner there's a few of those sort of marks, but also bear in mind that in here there is a very bright light which will show these things up. Pop this back up again so that you can see underneath. But there's a few little marks, but it's still quite attractive, and it also comes with this stool which matches quite well. There it is, look. Again, it's not perfect, but it goes with the piano. It's got quite a nice little feature in it there, and it also opens up so you can get a little bit of piano music inside. But you see, a piano like this is a lovely looking little piano, but it's not quite as pristine as a piano like this, which will be more money, but inside it's pretty much the same. So I'd like to play you something, but let's try. surprises me. I was going to say that one of the advantages perhaps of buying a piano from a piano technician or someone that's worked on pianos for a long time is that perhaps when a piano like this was new, they were probably churning out quite a few of them. They come off the production line and they have to get them out to the shops. So there's not as much care and attention perhaps sometimes that goes into a piano of this kind of grade to finish it off, to get a lovely tone, to make sure the regulation is as perfect as you can get it. I know this for a fact because I've tuned a lot of new pianos, and I just think, if only they'd spent another day or two on this. So when they come in here to be sort of overhauled and go out again after some years, I'm able to put that special work into it to try and get the touch even, to refine it, and to make the tone much more even. I can't always do it because some of the hammer felts that hit the strings are so hard sometimes that you can't do a lot to them, but often you can, and this one was a case in point. So I was really able to improve the tone of this piano. So I don't think I'm exaggerating to say that this piano is probably better now than it was when it was new, and it's certainly better than a lot of new pianos are that are on the market now, budget pianos. They're not finished possibly as well as they could be. It's not a criticism. Sometimes companies, they have to get the pianos out, they have to sort of turn them over. So, but I'm very pleased with the way this one sounds and feels. It has surprised me. I'll just play you something else to show maybe a little bit more subtlety of the piano. So I'll just play you something now. I don't think you'd be disappointed with this piano. It does give back more than it might seem at first when you first look at it. If you're not too bothered about a pristine case, it's a really good piano inside. More so than you'd think from what's basically a Chinese piano, really. So do make contact with an email, and we can arrange an appointment for you to come to view if you'd like it. For the price, and that's because of the casework, I think it's a really good value. Now, I've been called in for coffee, so I'm very lucky, and I'm going to leave you now. But thanks for watching, have a nice day, and all the best.